Hey everybody, it's John Paduchak, and I'm here today with Ed Winslow, and we're talking a little bit about some of the different things we do with Hangouts, but SEO for Beginners meets Hangouts Made Easy is the title for today, and we're just going to talk a little bit about beginning with SEO and how we can take something that's really quite complicated, easy, right, Ed?
Right on. It's actually SEO is pretty simple, when you break it down to the basics. But you really got to understand the basics really, really well to understand what you can do with it. Because I think once you understand the basics, you just sort of replicate over and over. The main thing, it's sort of like this. Right now we're, whether you're writing a blog or you're doing a Google Hangout, or like we're doing here, or you're creating a video. I think the biggest mistake that everybody makes, we all make it, is to jump right in there and say, okay, I'm going to start writing a blog, or I'm going to start creating a video. And you sort of lose your direction along the way. And if you're not really specific about what you're going to talk about, there's no direction, and the message just never gets delivered. You're making noise, but it doesn't benefit anybody. So I think that one of the key things that I always work with clients on is start with a keyword first. When you have a key, like when you sit down to write a blog, for example, and you know exactly what you're going to write about, you can write a blog very easily. But if you don't know what to write about, you're going to be lost. It's going to take you too long, and if it takes you too long, the reason why is you don't have any direction. So the idea is to start out with a keyword phrase first. Now the title of this today here is The Beginner's Guide to SEO meets Hangouts Made Easy. So really what it is what we're doing is we're saying, okay, let's start out and let's start with a keyword phrase. And don't start with just a general keyword phrase. Get very specific. And the more specific that you get, the easier it is to write a blog, create a video, write a press release, whatever it is that you're looking to do. And then from there, you start out with your title, and then your content follows. And really what you ideally want to do is say, okay, what's my topic going to be about? Let's start with a title. Let's summarize what we're going to talk about, and then maybe hit 3 points. So, like today, the idea is, okay, SEO meets, or Beginner's Guide to SEO meets Hangouts Made Easy is our title. Well, what's that about? What that is about is how to use a keyword phrase to be your lead-in to your video or your Google Hangout. And then let's go over the 3 points. Well, what are the 3 points? You need a good title. You need your description, okay? And your description, ideally, you want to try and hit 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, whatever they are. And then you want to maybe summarize it at the end. And so you're utilizing keywords in your title, keywords in your body, and then you wrap it up. And I think if you look at a blog and say, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, you're going to keep right on task. And there's a reason why when you do a lot of searches online, you're going to see people all the time saying, 3 steps to SEO, 5 steps to this, or 7 steps to that, or the 10 best, that kind of thing, because people can relate to steps along the way. So, what do you think?
If I were to rephrase what you've just said, I would say that if I was looking for the right keyword phrase to use, maybe something that describes an issue or a challenge that my subscribers are having, or that my audience, and number 2 would to pick a couple points to work off of, and just create a great article from that, and then do the video. But in reality, what I do is I actually work in reverse of that, Ed. I do all the same steps, except I create the video because it's easier for me. I don't like to write that much. The video, and then I'll come back and write the article from the video I created. So I go the opposite way.
Oh, well, that's okay. Okay. That opens up a whole nother topic,
It
though.
does open up a whole nother topic, so we can talk about that in the next one. But I think the big thing that we want to say here in kind of closing this video off is that SEO can really be quite easy and quite simple. And it's just really a combination of getting the right things right, which is having a good keyword phrase, picking a title that people are looking for, searching for, um, creating the video and creating a blog post and combining the two together, and that's a great first start. SEO doesn't have to be difficult. It can be quite easy, and that's kind of the basic
Well,
start to start out with. All right,
yeah.
good things will happen just from that alone. Would you
Well,
agree?
yeah, search engine optimization begins with keywords. It's all about keywords.
Yeah.
And you want a specific title to start, and then you want to follow. You want to create content that follows that, whether it's written or it's in video format. So why don't we? I tell you, why don't we wrap this one up and then maybe create a second tutorial here and talk about how to do some keyword research for a Google Hangout topic.
Sounds great. So if you like this video, we're going to wind this one up. We'll see you shortly.
All right.